Hello guys, so welcome back again to my channel. If you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe, and I have something important I would like to share with you now. If you have a bank statement, okay, you are going to the embassy, and then you really want to get a good bank statement to get to the embassy, then there are certain things you have to avoid for the embassy to really take into consideration the bank statement. Okay, there are a lot of things, there are like common mistakes people make in submitting their bank statements to the embassy. Okay, first of all, you have to know that the embassy takes like the 3 months, like 3 months bank statement. Okay, your bank statement should be 3 months prior to you going to the embassy, or you submitting your documents to the embassy. Okay, now there are common mistakes some people do, guys. Like seriously, there are a lot of mistakes people do. So you would see that all your documents will be intact, but one little mistake in your bank statement will cause you to lose the visa. Okay, or it will cause you that the visa will not be granted to you. Okay, so these are some of the things I want to share with you. Please, 10 common mistakes you have to avoid. Just avoid all those things, and then submit a good bank statement for your visa to be given to you. One, you have to make sure that your bank statement has sufficient funds. Okay, because if your bank statement does not have sufficient funds, the likelihood that you'll be denied is high. Why am I saying that? Assuming you have applied for a school, or maybe your sponsor has, maybe someone has given you an invite. Okay, one, you have to note that your bank account has to get enough funds. Okay, for instance, when I'm talking about the school issue, if you are sponsoring yourself, or if your sponsor is giving you a sponsorship or whatever, the money sitting in the account has to be sufficient enough to take care of yourself. Okay, so people like think that, okay, the pay slip that I have, maybe if your sponsor is working and at the end of the month he takes like 2,000 euros. Okay, let me just put it in Ghana cedis, like the person takes like 10,000 Ghana cedis or 20,000 Ghana cedis, and then you bring a pay slip to prove that your sponsor takes 10,000 or 20,000 Ghana cedis. The balance in the account also matters. Okay, the pay slip is not just enough. The money sitting in the account also matters. There has to be sufficient funds in them. Just bring a pay slip that your sponsor earns like 20,000 Ghana cedis a month or 10,000 Ghana cedis a month. Automatically, because there is no money. What if the embassy tells you to wire today? The embassy tells you wire the amount of money, like 10,000 euros, into the block account. Which one are you going to wire then? Okay, so there should be enough money seated in the account. That's what I'm saying. Okay, so making large deposits and transfers. Okay, avoid all those things, because the embassy knows. So maybe when it's 2 to 3 weeks to your appointment, or your appointment at the embassy, then you start pumping money into your account. You put large money in your account. It doesn't make sense. The embassy will know that it's because of the visa you are putting money into it like that. Okay, make sure you build the account over a period of time. Build it over a period of time. So if you know that you go to the embassy like in the next 6 months or in the next 7 months, you should build it now. Build the account now, and then build it step by step. Okay, don't pump in money, because the embassy will know. Okay, the embassy will know for sure. So don't pump in large sums of money and think that, oh, I'm doing this to go and get the visa, because the embassy will not know. No, they will know. So avoid that mistake. Okay, The next mistake, account shouldn't have a negative balance. You should know that it shouldn't have a negative balance, and it should stay on course. So of course, if your account has a negative balance, it shows that you have a financial instability. Okay, you do not have sufficient means to even take care of yourself. Okay, so that's why I was saying earlier on that you have to make sure you build the account step by step, build it step by step. If you know that, okay, I'll be traveling, or I'll be going to the embassy or something like that, then you should think about it now. Okay, don't do things in a rush. If you know that you haven't built your account enough, then you push the appointment towards the next time. You get it? Push the appointment so that the appointment will not be like, okay, I'm in a haste, I have to go to the embassy tomorrow, so I need to pump money into the account so that the embassy will know that I have sufficient funds. When you do that, you will be rejected. Okay, even if all your documents are intact, and because of this little mistake, you will be rejected. All right. Okay, so let's look at the other thing. So you have to note that all your transactions have to be consistent. Now, you might think that the embassy doesn't go through. Okay, they really look at step by step procedures. Okay, everything that has gone into your account. So you make sure that everything that goes into your account is legit, right? Do not do any fraudulent acts. Don't do any fraudulent act. Make sure that the monies you are putting in the account is legit. Okay, it is like, it's legit in the sense that even if there should be anything, the embassy will not suspect anything. All right, the embassy will not suspect anything that you are doing any fraudulent acts or something. So make sure that your transactions are consistent. All right. The next thing is that missing information. Okay, avoid any missing information. Make sure your details are all intact. Your name on your bank account should correspond with all the names that you have sent to the embassy. Okay, your name on your bank account should correspond with your name on your passport, your name on your date of birth, your name on your certificates. Everything that you are submitting to the embassy, there should be consistency, right? Don't take any information out. Your date of birth has to reflect properly. Don't take any information out. If you do any mistake, okay, if the date of birth on the bank statement or on the your name or something on the bank statement has changed, make sure you rectify that before you send the document to the embassy. Normally, I know, for instance, one thing happened to me when I was in Ghana. Okay, I needed my bank statement to go to one of the embassy, the Holland embassy. Okay, so my full name was not consistent. The name on the bank account was not consistent with the name on my passport. So I went to the bank and I told them that, oh, my name, one of my names are not is not in on the bank statement. So I was told to go and swear an affidavit. Okay, because normally people come and then do fraudulent things, and then they impersonate people and assume that they own their accounts. Everything can happen. Okay, so I was asked to go and swear an affidavit and bring a proof and gazette it and bring a proof that my name has changed, or there is an additional name to the name that is on the bank statement. So I did that. I went to the court to go and swear an affidavit. I did everything. The name was gazetted. I had a proof, and I took one of the gazettes, okay, to the bank before they changed my name, okay, before I could get the bank statement and send it to the embassy, right? So if you know that all these things have, like, you have inconsistency on the bank statement and your documents, then you better do that before you get to the embassy, because one little mistake, okay, can deny you your visa, right? So unexplained large expenses, all right? So you have to avoid all those things. In fact, make sure that when you are going Avoid all large things, large sum of money withdrawal and putting in money, withdrawing large sum of money, putting more money into the account, large expenses. All those things are unnecessary, right? They are unnecessary. That's why I've said before, if you really want to go, make sure that you build it over a period of time, and it should be step by step, little by little. Don't do anything that will raise any suspicion, okay? Yes, so, and you also have to explain your income. Where do you get your income from? Okay, explain where you get your income from. If you are a government worker, okay, you should bring proof. That was why I was saying earlier on, if you have pay slip, some embassies even take contract statements, okay, your contracts that you signed with your employer. They take all those things into consideration, and they even look at tax, okay, taxes, if you have paid tax. So that's when you go to the tax clear, depending on your what you have applied, okay, depending on the visa that you have applied at the embassy, right? Depending on that, okay. So if you have applied for a school visa, okay, visa for studies, there's no way you'll be asked to go and bring tax and all those things, okay? There are certain categories of visa that you apply. You'll be asked to go and bring your tax clearance, your what do you call it, employment certificates, okay, or employment contracts, pay slips, and all those things, right? Yes, so you should explain where the income is coming from. So if your pay slip, you are being you are being paid like 10,000 Ghana cedis or 5,000 Ghana cedis, and then they look at the statement, and there is no, they've seen that, okay, other monies are coming in into the bank statement from elsewhere, okay, because you think that you have to get enough money to be able to get the visa. Then you should be ready to explain where the monies are coming from. And you know, you will not be at the embassy and then they will be looking at the statement and ask you, where did you get this amount of money? Then you start to explain. No, white people deal with papers, okay? So if you have other sources of income elsewhere, you should prove it with documents that, okay, because I am a government worker, I take 10,000 Ghana cedis a month or 10,000 naira a month, whichever. And then I'm also a self-employer or business. So what proof do you have? Okay, so you have to bring all your business certificates, okay, to show that you have opened your business and then you earn this amount of money. So that is where the problem lies. You know, when you are going to take all those documents, it's a little bit cumbersome, okay? I know for sure in Ghana, if you want to go and take all those things from, in fact, if you haven't established the business already and you are now going to take all these documents to go and prove at the embassy, it's a little bit cumbersome, okay? So it makes the whole thing a little bit fishy, right? So make sure that you are on your lane. Make sure that you are doing the right thing, because if you bring any other source of income into, like in the bank statement, if the bank statement shows that you are receiving any other sources of income and you don't prove it with paperwork, the chances you'll be denied is high, okay? The chances you'll be denied will be high. Okay, so let's go to foreign currency transactions. So if your bank, like I'm talking about back home, all right, not here in Germany or in Europe. If your bank statement includes transaction in foreign currencies, okay, you have to provide documentation and explanations for all these things, which I have said earlier on, okay? So that's, you should also note. And of course, your bank statement has to be active. It should be active. Money should be running in and out, in and out. It shouldn't be dormant. Yeah? If your bank statement is dormant, then why are you even printing and sending it to the embassy? It should be active. Okay. Yes. So that your bank statement hasn't expired. It's up to date. Everything is up to date. Okay, everything is up. Don't go and print a previous 6 months bank statement to the embassy. Okay, normally they take the 3 months, okay, the previous 3 months statement. So make sure that that is up to date. Don't go and bring any old bank statement and send it to the embassy. Obviously you will not be, in fact, all these things I am saying, like the 3 months, some of them, okay, the 3 months bank statements, it is stated on the embassy's website. For that you are aware. But any other thing like sufficient funds and all other things like that, the embassy will not state it on the website. Okay, so you have to, that is why we are doing this video. Okay, be alert and be smart and do the right thing before you send your documents to the embassy. Don't be doing anything anyhow and pray and say that, oh, God will do it. The white man is saying that bring A, bring B, bring C, and I'll give you the visa. So if you bring A, if you bring B, and you don't bring C, don't go and sit down and pray that, oh, the God of heaven will do it. They will not give you the visa. This one, it has nothing to do with the God of Israel. It has nothing to do with that. Okay, if you do come, so for instance, that I'm saying your name on your bank account is not tallying with what is on your passport, and then you go and fast and pray that the God of heaven should give you the visa. It doesn't make sense. Okay, you do the right thing and then you pray that the God of heaven gives you the visa. So do the right thing and pray. So if you do anything fishy, you do anything scanty, and you think that God will help you to get the visa, you are wrong. Okay, you are wrong. So do the right thing, please. That is why we are making this video, for you to be aware. Do the right thing, send the right documents to the embassy, and of course you will be given your visa if your documents are right. Okay, yes. So thank you so much for watching my videos. If you were thrilled, give the video a thumbs up and share to your friends and family. Their name still remains Ishbin Alphonsine. Thank you so much. Bye.